This looks like it's going to find the target.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports Association with the PGA Tour proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Always a pleasure to be along the coast of Maine, Lighthouse Point to be exact. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, this is sure to be another exciting day of golf out there. What are the challenges facing our players today?
The length of the golf course for a start, Rich. This golf course just under 7,700 yards. So it's one of the longest ones you'll play. And, of course, the cliffs, that's why it's called this. They certainly are in play. There is one double green out there. That's the 10th and the 13th hole. They share the same green. Lots of great design features, and you've got it on a prime day in great condition. So enjoy the round and make sure you feast on the vistas as well.
315. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
Great start.
Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements. Oh, good roll. Good putt.
Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
Appears to be tracking well. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This is a 9-footer. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Well, that hurts. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Fourth hole is 411 yards, par 4. And Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and take a few pictures. The views are absolutely stunning. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now the fifth hole, par 4, 481 yards.
Find the fairway, and it's a fairly generous one, and you should have a shot where you want a nice lofted one over that front bunker to land softly on the green.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
This has been a great performance so far, but Frank, a long ways to go. Do you ever worry about complacency?
Yeah, sometimes it just looks like it's too easy. At the moment, the putts are going in, the iron shots are going close enough, but some things, you know, they don't happen by accident. He's got to still keep concentrating right now.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. Trying to make yet another birdie. Made it. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just a couple of feet. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You can hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish in that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich, I once asked Tom Weiskopf, I was really young, I said, who's the greatest putter you've ever seen? And I thought the answer was going to be Ben Crenshaw, Billy Casper, even my fellow countryman Bob Charles. And he sort of shook it off and he said, that's the easiest questions anyone's ever asked me. It's Jack Nicklaus. I'm like, Jack Nicklaus was this great player. Hit the ball far and high and all that. I said, well, why would you say he's a great putter? He said, well, you know, when you hit a shot to 30 feet on just about every hole, and you never look at a makeable putt. But the first one you get, the first 10-footer, you just bury it straight in the middle of the hole. He said, that's a great putter. He said, when you watch Nicklaus's career over the years, time and time again, he wouldn't have a makeable putt. Take two putts, take two putts. But when he had one, the first one he looked at, he knocked it in. And he said, that is what a great putter does.
He made them when it mattered. 18 times to win major championships. It mattered for Jack. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Getting set now over the putt. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we're going to blame that on the weather. The wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. These putts keep the round together. and in for birdie. Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Rich, right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good. This is an awkward length. Oh, another one goes in.
Hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage. That hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this could be good. On the green. Looking at a birdie opportunity. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people probably will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
You knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect, right down the middle of the fairway. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And it makes the green in regulation. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. And that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But It's enough green left of the flag here. It's really we're going to be looking at that front left section.
Oh, what an incredible shot. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pop bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron into a green that the only problem is if you go long.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. And now the second shot here at this par 5. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Good roll. Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to play, but if you head over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole.
What a great shot.
That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a line like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's the final round of the Northeast Invitational. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Oh yeah, go ahead and fill it up. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Second shot.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff. Because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Settles in over the putt. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Frank, as we stand here at the fourth and look out, no mistaking where we're at. I know I'm having some lobster for dinner tonight.
Or some clam chowder. The best comes from this area. Well, actually, for the ocean, though, anything that strays a little left off this tee will find that ocean. And believe me, there's been more than one ball hit down there. Generous fairway, that's really the goal in the tiniest of green. If you find the green, you're going to have a birdie putt. Very short one indeed.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in. Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Can't make them all. That one gets away. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey.
In this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Now at the fifth hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers. Just sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Par 3 sixth is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. This from 7 feet. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just a lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
So they'll tap in. And rolls it in. Nice putt. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. And getting ready for the putt. There you have it. Well done. Great. Now on the 10th hole here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point as we begin our trek homeward here at this magnificent golf course. This one puts a little fear into you, Frank. I'm looking at a par 4, and it's almost 600 yards. Help.
Help, you're going to need it, that's for sure. And one of the things they've done to help you is a big elevated tee, so that'll at least chew some of the yardage off. Hopefully the prevailing breeze is also at your back, which might shorten that number up. Pretty generous fairway. Try and take those bunkers out of play with the big hefty club. And when you get on the green, you're going to realize there's 2 greens here, Rich. 10 shares the same green as 13.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Shouldn't be a problem here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. He's hit it very close, and he will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
It's amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Just sensational golf, and he finishes it off with an eagle. Moving on to the 12th hole now, par 4, 439 yards. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. He's made it. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the two fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10? This is the shared green. So 13 and 10, this is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. It's obviously where they get all the irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. It's really we're going to be looking at that front left section.
Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
The incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Time to make a move. The closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker. Oh, another one goes in.
17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Second shot.
And this is looking really good. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green. A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
To win the Northeast Invitation. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
Rich, it came down to just a shot or 2 here or there, but we were treated some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing, and that was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Novello. We're here in the state of Massachusetts on a magnificent fall day. TPC Boston, the site for the action. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
It was built in 2002, Rich. Had some changes over the years with Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, but it's certainly been a staple on the PGA Tour. It was first played a tournament there back in 2003. Adam Scott got his first win on the PGA Tour, and since 2007 has been a part of the FedEx playoffs.
It's a par of 72. See if you can break the course record today. It's only 61, held by Vijay Singh and Mike Weir.
Yeah, just a 61. Big golf course. And with that 18th hole, well, we'll see if you can get 11 under on the 18th tee. That'll be a little bit of a difference.
Really exciting finishing hole here at TPC Boston. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard with that par. Here at the par 5 second hole, just over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a three-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle the little hook out there and have a go at it for two? There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Settles in over the putt. How about that? An eagle, Frank, and a nice move on the leaderboard. Frank, really nice mix of holes here at the start. TPC Boston, the third, it's a par 3, about 210 yards.
Yeah, nice brick wall over the back, sort of give that look like it's been there for 100 years. But another one, really, you have to fly this ball on the green. There's no chance of running it up.
Safely aboard. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
These putts keep the round together. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
You can't ask for much more than that. Now 5 feet away. Beautifully done. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in. I'm loving that balance.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This looks like it's going to find the target.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 sixth.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Could really use this one. It's for birdie. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Has hit a lot of quality shots into these strong winds today. Mark of a good player. Second from an excellent lie. Thinking man's game, golf.
It certainly is.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
And that's in for a par. Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
This one has a chance to be close. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers. What a great shot.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
Strong approach shot here at the 9th. And a good opportunity to finish this side with a birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet.
And another good par.
Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You gotta really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Moving on to the 11th here, Frank, and this par 3 has to be the toughest here at TPC Boston. 231 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, it plays a little uphill, so this hole really does suit the high ball flyers. There's a big ridge in the middle of the green, so when that flag's on the back, you've got to hit your best shot.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit 2 of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of 6s here over the years.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. Ooh, what happened there, Frank? This is a 9-footer.
You'd like that one again.
That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Getting set now over the putt. -3 now for the round. Frank, par 4 13th. Just swing away with that big stick with the driver?
big advantage if you've got another 10 or 15 yards left in the bag here. If you can carry that left side, you certainly shorten this hole up.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. This is the second shot at the par 4. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And with that birdie, moves into second place. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Continuing his fine play. Another beautiful approach shot. These putts keep the round together. Wow, I didn't expect that. This is a good move. Another birdie. Now to 5 under for the tournament. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one really fairway first.
Good contact, good result. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Beautiful touch. Nice putt. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it? This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This will be a birdie if it drops. How about 7 under par now? Frank, the par 5 18th here at TPC Boston. This is a chance to be a hero.
Oh, there is. The mere mortals play it down the left side. Everything slopes from left to right. But that bunker with a puff of breeze behind, if you can carry that, you are one of the longest hitters around.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Under for the round. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. All set to go, we take you to the first hole. Stepping up to the first tee, sights set on posting another low number here in round 2. Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Settles in over the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, the best in the game. They like to see a par 5 early. What's the second hole all about?
Couple of bunkers down the right side. This hole was renovated back in 2010. They sort of changed the mounding on the green, took a bunker away on the left, and now that second shot is daunting, even for the best players.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Good chance at one. Big swing right there. A great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting.
Just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
Frank, really nice mix of holes here at the start. TPC Boston. The third, it's a par 3, about 210 yards.
Yeah, nice brick wall over the back, sort of give that look like it's been there for 100 years. But another one, really, you have to fly this ball on the green. There's no chance of running it up.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. He has this putt for birdie. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm is good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart decision making as well.
It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, at 298 yards, the fourth is reachable for just about every professional. What might scare them off?
Well, that bunker on the left, that's really actually a chance to showcase your skills. And that's where you realize how much better professional golfers are. A good bunker play, especially on a hole like 4, and then you will get well rewarded.
This is a great place for a fan to watch, isn't it?
It is. You see so many different short shots around this green. The bunker shots from the left side, if you hit it over the back on the right, the little bump and run through the little valley in the green. Fun hole to watch.
Perfectly placed tee shot will set up an eagle opportunity, but then you see quite a few bogeys made here as well.
Yeah, if you stray a little bit, leave the ball too far short, and you have to play that pitch across the bunker, that's no fun.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. All right, Frank, now to the 6th hole. It's a 465-yard par 4. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. 2 little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks right on point. That will be a great look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. We're at the 7th hole now, a Boston strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Getting set now over the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. 10-foot putt left. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Par bid here. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this ninth hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those two bunkers are, and that's sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Just a beautiful approach shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just an excellent shot right there, about 5 feet away. Good chance. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
And getting ready for the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4. It's long enough, sort of that 450, 460 mark. Bends a little to the left. Really, you want to be in the middle of fairway here, because that second shot with the green just tilting towards the hazard. One of the toughest second shots you have on the golf course. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Now putt for par.
This putt for par. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. Frank, earlier in the day, we were talking about how this round was pretty much off the rails. I'm shocked that he's put it back together.
Yeah, he looked early on completely out of it. Should be safely on deck.
What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. Good putt. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Count it. It's an eagle. Frank, after a couple of par 4s where you just sort of let it go with the driver, different strategy here at the 15th?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away here. This is one where just a nice smooth swing, get that ball in the fairway. And that second shot, you've got to carry that false front.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Stroke that with authority. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green, and it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
That is classy.
No chance of going in.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Frank, 412 yards on the card doesn't look like a whole lot, but
You can play a little longer, because really you've got to play it down the right. Don't play it as a dogleg. Just go point A and then point B.
that one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that.
80 yards to the flagstick. Frank, the FedEx Cup playoffs have become so big, so important, and TPC Boston hosting one of those playoff events.
And a chance to get some momentum, too. You've just come off Barclays, so if you can start to string together a couple of good weeks in a row, you'll more than guarantee a start at the Tour Championship.
Right in the heart. On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here? Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh. So I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Good looking shot right here. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel, EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1.
Warm-ups are done, first 2 rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for too in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. You're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Par yesterday, now for birdie.
A great start.
Nice to see a par 5 this early in the round. Gettable, Frank?
Yeah, good tee shot. Certainly a good chance here for going for this for 2. But if you stray with that tee shot, be careful on the layup. It gets really narrow up by the green.
Boy, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Getting set now over the putt. Almost. Wow. Frank, can't fault him there, trying to make an eagle.
It's a rare bird, but the pleasure of making one, well worth the effort.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, really nice mix of holes here at the start. TPC Boston. The third, it's a par 3, about 210 yards.
Yeah, nice brick wall over the back, sort of give that look like it's been there for 100 years. But another one, really, you have to fly this ball on the green. There's no chance of running it up.
Here we go. Birdie try up next. In the hole for a birdie. Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable par 4. Here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off. Oh, that's fine.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Frank, anytime you're inside 15 feet, you have to like your chances.
Yeah, our computer gives us 13 feet to be precise.
Well, that's a tough break with that miss right there. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Frank, the opening at TPC Boston, you could describe it as fun, gettable. It starts to change in character here at the fifth, doesn't it?
Yeah, beautiful par four. You've got to be cognizant of exactly how far you can fly the ball, though, because there's three distinct sections of this green.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Well read.
Sixth hole here at TPC Boston, always a fan favorite. What do people like about it, Frank?
Well, it's like a goal kicker hole. There's these two big pine trees, and especially when you turn off that back tee. Hit it through that chute, avoid the two bunkers on the right, you're in prime position.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frankie, just love the variety of holes here at TPC Boston. Now we get to the seventh. It's a 600-yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot.
Frank, that one is long, and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors?
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Beautiful display of ball striking today. Really in control. And that's another GIR, green in regulation. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
That is a solid par putt right there. Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making two. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Birdie here yesterday, This putt again for birdie. That was not a very good read right there. This will be a 14-foot putt here. That's costly right there.
Painful.
That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here tonight?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
11th hole here at TPC Boston. Frank, this is a stout par 3 at 231 yards.
Plays a little bit uphill, and that big gaping bunker just short right. Have to avoid that.
This could be a good one. Really like the way he's swinging it, and the results speak for themselves. Inside of 10 feet, beautifully done. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4. It's long enough, you know, sort of that 450, 460 mark. Bends a little to the left. Really, you want to be in the middle of fairway here, because that second shot with the green just tilting towards the hazard. One of the toughest second shots you have on the golf course. What a great shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Really good drive here, about 320 yards and straight. Always nice to watch a great swinger at a golf club. Second shot, good look at the green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
A good effort, a good par putt. And another par 4 here at the 13th TPC Boston.
This is a slugger's paradise. Plays much longer than its 450 yards uphill. Big carry with the tee shot. That second shot's not exactly short either.
He knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That would be a great look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, at the 14th down, anytime you get a par 4 that is almost 500 yards, it gets your attention.
It does play downhill, though, so you don't have to smash away here. It's better if you can get something moving a little right to left. Then it will take the natural slope. You get a little more yardage out of it that way. Second shot. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
He'll need to be strong with this. And it makes the green in regulation. His for another birdie on this hole on the week.
Good read, good line, well played.
Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between. I'm loving that balance. That's an absolute beauty.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, I don't think they've come up yet with an EA Sports bass fishing challenge, and this wouldn't be the time to do it, would it? 16th hole.
We might see a few people fishing for their golf ball, though. Big mound in the middle of this green. You don't have to go directly at the flag when it's on the left. You can use that mound to kick the ball around.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here. So close. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Solid par. Frank, almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17th.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You've got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
80 yards to the cup here. Little wind behind. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that putt bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
11 look, just 10 feet.
Comfortably knocks it in.
That wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
NBC Golf on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship.
Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Locked in on the read and the speed.
How did that not go in?
That's a poor putt to start.
Wicked, to say the least.
He needs this for bogey.
this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Here at the par 5 second hole, just over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a three-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle the little hook out there and have a go at it for two? There's something about a well-hit shot.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway and plenty long. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close, great opportunity for another one.
Just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
Hole number 3 here at TPC Boston. It is a par 3. Frank, are you happy walking off with par here?
Well, if you've birdied the first 2 holes, there's a chance here to be greedy. Surely not.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Boy, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable par 4. Here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off.
He has put himself in an excellent position with a beautiful tee shot. And now a good look at the green. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie try up next. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Now on to the 5th, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green.
Good strike, good lie. Good chance to attack the pin. Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. And he has it for birdie. Ready now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465-yard par 4.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. What a tremendous display of power and precision. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, now a big par 5, the 7th hole.
Yeah, there's an interesting feature on this par 5. About 100 yards short of the green is that huge cross bunker. So a good tee shot, that shouldn't be a problem. Stray a little, and then your mind is definitely on that. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Second from an excellent lie. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Getting set now over the putt. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet.
Good read, good line, well played.
Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. He'll take par and move on. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those two bunkers are, and that was sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 11th hole here at TPC Boston. Frank, this is a stout par 3 at 231 yards.
Plays a little bit uphill, and that big gaping bunker just short right. Have to avoid that.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot. That hazard to the right of this green. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. In the hole, and a birdie. On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. Stroke that with authority. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it makes the green in regulation. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's good work right there. Just a tap-in. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Settled over the ball here at the 15th. 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right into fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, couldn't hit that much better.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Has his par. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you? Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Just averted danger right there. So close.
What is he all like?
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, what a birdie. All right, you want to bring it home in style. You want to finish with a flourish. 412-yard, par 4 17th. What's the way to play it?
Just head it down the right side. You don't really want to mess with that sort of rock crop bunkers down the left side. All sorts of bad things happen if you finish there.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green. Good looking shot right here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good putt. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layout, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. And this is looking really good. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
To win the Deutsche Bank Championship. No problems there.
Well, it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
EA Sports, in connection with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
Welcome to the King's Palace, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge, Frank, right in the heart of Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, for so long it has been the showcase for Florida golf. Of course, the King's Palace, and it has produced many a great champion over the years.
We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Getting ready to get the tournament started. Frank, first tee jitters?
Oh, everybody gets them. That's the beauty of it. If you don't, you shouldn't be playing this game. Just try and think nice and slow.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration, and with that birdie, moves to third place. Back to the action here at the second, and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Now to the par 4 third, 434 yards, and plenty of trouble on that left side.
One of the hardest tee shots on the front side. Water very much in play down the left.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Watches that one go in as well to get to -3 for the championship. And now let's go down to the action at the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Now the second shot to the par 5. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, I thought he made that. I don't know, maybe lifted right there, just sort of peaked. Just a couple of feet. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Frank, what's the play here off the tee? Is it driver, or do you play it safe with an iron?
A lot of the times that's predicated by the wind, Rich. If you've got a trailing breeze, driver is very much in play. Otherwise, just poke a little iron down the right side. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. So that was probably a makeable putt, but everything had to be right. The speed and the read didn't quite have it dialed in online there. In for par, and we'll sit tight at 4 under. Frank, what's the thinking here as you step to the tee at the signature hole, the long par 5, 6th hole?
Well, the longer hitters can go at that big pine tree. Then it's reachable in 2. Now, if you're a little shorter, then you've got to start to sort of aim at the middle of those 2 bunkers. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. This one looks right on point. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away.
It's no snack, though.
Not too much, and not too little. Perfectly played into the center of the cup. Moving on now, Frank, we're at the par 3 7th hole. What's the challenge here?
Really, the high ball hitters have an advantage here. Just try and carry it in the middle of the green.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Settles in over the putt. Did the job right there. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, as we look at the approach shot here at the 8th, no doubt a player would be happy to walk out of here with a par.
Oh, no doubt about that at all. Really, you want to judge your second shot to land somewhere in the middle of the screen. Don't really want to be messing with the front. If you have a little look, you'll see why.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So with that make, now at 7 under par. Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. Two bunkers down the right. They always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
He has put himself in an excellent position with a beautiful tee shot. And now a good look at the green. Good looking shot right here. Early part of this second nine and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
8 under par for the round. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, what a turn of events here.
You're absolutely right, Rich. This round started off completely on the wrong foot. He's managed to somehow keep his composure and turn this round completely in the other direction.
Okay, 20 feet, not too bad. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it. And who knows? It is a 4-round tournament. Good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Getting set now over the putt. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, I like a good par 3 over 200 yards, requiring that one good clean strike. And here's a good case in point, 216 yards, all you want.
Yeah, bunker at the back, bunker to the left side, a little collection area to the right. So really, in the end, you've got one choice. That's at your best.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
It's at sneaky distance. Good read, good line, well played.
Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Unable to square up the club face, Frank.
Yeah, it was always starting right, and it looks like it's staying there.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Back on the tee here at the 16th. It's a par 5, bunkers, water all along this hole. Doesn't look to be a gimme par 5.
Now, you've got to have your wits about you. If you just look at the yardage, you'll think it's the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And then, before you know it, it's got you.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Oh, wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. There it is for eagle. Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Plays slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short right, and of course the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shapes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 on the golf course.
Birdie try up next. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, now one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, the 18th.
Hole's got a little easier over the years with the new equipment. People getting it out there a little further, so you've got a shorter club in, but you've got to be wary of that run out on the right side.
Good contact, good result. They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots.
Oh, this is right at it.
That would be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, Frank, round one in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
EA Sport, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway. Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
Oh, good start.
Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunker or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, now to the third hole here at Bay Hill. If you have a case of the snap hooks, you're in some serious trouble here.
You're going to run out of golf balls here as well, but a good tee shot's going to leave you something like 150, 160 yards into a very narrow green. Well, par fours, they're not all the same, Rich, but after that tee shot, I guess you can say this one's going to be easy.
That was a beauty right there. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Rich Lerner with Frank Novello back at the fourth hole. It's par 5, the first one on the golf course, and Frank, a really good scoring opportunity.
It certainly is. Two bunkers down the left. Just want to keep it inside that. If you flare it a little right, there's a hazard that just sneaks up on you.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Frank, what's the play here off the tee? Is it driver, or do you play it safe with an iron?
A lot of the times that's predicated by the wind, Rich. If you've got a trailing breeze, driver is very much in play. Otherwise, just poke a little iron down the right side.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Couldn't have done much better than that. Eagle is very possible. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Well, after that beast of a par 5 with all the water, take a sigh of relief, and you come to the par 3-7.
It still takes a good tee shot here, though, Rich. Narrow entry, and the green's 30 yards deep. You've still really got to focus on hitting a good shot here.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. Wow, I thought he made that.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design. Fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. It might be a tough shot coming up. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Never a bad score on the card. That's par. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, you want to make the turn in style? We're here at the 9th, the approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years, so long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to airmail the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
Yeah, a little bit of magic from here. Yeah, the hole's not over.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not. Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Ooh, that hurts. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. At the par 4 13th now. Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot. There's something about a well-hit shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday, and another opportunity on the way. Go ahead and do that for birdie. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze, too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Trying to make yet another birdie. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog like you?
once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You've got to play to your strength.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, this is a great hole late in the round. Par 5 and a chance to really make up some ground or extend the lead. I mean, you can make some things happen here.
Shortest of the 4 par 5s and reachable for just about everyone. But really, it's the second shot. The better the tee shot, the easier to make that second shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
So they'll tap in. He's in the hole for a birdie. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
2008, Frank, Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th. Final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
He's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
The house that Mr. Palmer built, Bay Hill Club and Lodge, nestled in the heart of Orlando, Florida. This course plays host to one of the great tournaments on the PGA Tour schedule, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here today, bringing you all the action from today's round at Bay Hill. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Back to the action here at the second. It's a par 3, demanding hole, Frank, isn't it?
Longest par 3 on the golf course. Slightly downhill, but you need every advantage here. It requires your best.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, Winston.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Getting set now over the putt.
How did that not go in?
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. Now at the par 4 third, Frank, this is a great golf hole.
It certainly is. Remember, the brain doesn't register don'ts. So aim right. There's a bunker down there. Keep focusing on where you want it to go, not in the other direction. Oh, I liked that.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there. About 315 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the fourth hole here at Bay Hill. This is the first par 5 on the golf course. 561 yards. You thinking birdie here, Frank?
No, you certainly are. Perhaps even 3. This is almost ramrod straight. Little hazard down the right side. But a good one, you can certainly get home for 2.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Continues to putt beautifully. Now to the 5th hole. And off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you'll see 2 different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. This for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On to the par 5 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, Frank. What does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. The 6th hole shaped like a horseshoe was anything other than that. You fear a little left and big problems.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now, and those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. So the eagle goes begging and still has this for birdie. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Breathing a sigh of relief. You made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto this green because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Headed for the bunker, I think. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
A little bit of magic from here. The hole's not over.
Solid play, heart of the green.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Lunge this one home, finish it up. And he makes it for par. Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter. Oh, that's sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, you want to make the turn in style. We're here at the 9th. The approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years. So long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, that just brings it. Pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10.
Second shot, Frank, now to the par 4 10.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, do that.
Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards. I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sets up 6 or a 7 on.
Those are good numbers right there. 3-2-0. 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Good looking shot right here.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Now that is a shot that would be replayed over and over. Frank, now we're at the 574-yard par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, you've really got to take advantage of it.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Oh, my goodness, that could have been really bad.
Can you imagine if that kicks towards the bunker? Oh, it's that sneaky distance.
Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. And in for birdie. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Not a gimme, but well within his range. No problems there.
And it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog like here?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You've got to play to your strength.
Wow, smoke that tee shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And what a great bunker shot. Frank, best bunker players that you've ever seen.
Most of them South African. Gary Player, anything else, David Frost. Just have a great feel. A little bit like what we just saw there.
We've seen guys through the years below the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, into the finishing stretch now, and really a good chance to make something happen.
Big swing hole here, 16, very reachable, but consequently, too, you've got to hit a great second shot. They've changed this green, especially that left side. Left and short, you're going to come back to the water, but such a great reward for it. A nice, cool, high-hanging second shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That would be a great look at birdie. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday. Trying for another one today. Boy, looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy. Right in the heart. Frank, a chance now to make an imprint here at one of the famous courses on tour at Bay Hill, the final hole. This is where Tiger has done it so many times, where Gomez holed out. What a great hole.
Well, the last hole of a great three-hole stretch. If you've got through 16, somehow got through 17, you've still got one more hurdle.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Frank, I just love the second shot here at 18. We've seen it so many times. We've seen some great moments, and we've seen some very unfortunate ones as well.
It scares the living daylights out of even the best players in the world. Very skinny entry to this crescent-shaped green on the left side. But if you go down the left, there's those two bunkers that sort of stop you going too far left. If you go straight at it, there's another bunker towards the right.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet.